I've got something really new and really excited to share with you. Here's what I'd like to do if it's okay, because I've really sped up the process. I've added new stuff, I've sped up the process, and I've really organized it. So I kind of think the best thing that you and I can do today is to let me share it with you just fresh and raw. And then I always love to get your reaction to it. And then I will record this and put this on YouTube. And I've come up with a really powerful way to create a sustainable week that really maximizes your week Monday through Friday in terms of outreach, content creation, and it's a very systematic approach. And in working with Nourish and Network with what I call my three amigos in my three friends in commerce, which are bots, they are Perplexity, Claude, and ChatGPT. And in working with those three, they helped me clarify Nourish and Network at food banks to really help food banks. And what they came up with was called philanthropy networking. And they came up with what are the benefits to everybody of philanthropy networking. And it's really, really powerful. I had been working on that and I've been creating a 5 day work week that would be sustainable and kind of ideal in terms of organization and really maximizing the opportunities every single day. And in doing that, I practiced it this morning and I actually came up with some pretty amazing shortcuts. So I thought the best way for me to organize it would be to record it with you, share it with you, get a nice Zoom recording with it, get your feedback as I'm explaining it, and have a nice little video at the same time. Is that okay with you?
Oh, sounds like a great idea.
Okay, cool. So I'm also going to share with you a bunch of links, and I'm going to put those into the chat right now so that you have everything. I do want to share. Okay, I'll share that. There. So I've got you a bunch of links, including my three friends in commerce, aka the three amigos. The
I like
first
that.
way to start your week, every Monday, one of the first things you do is go into the three amigos. And the reason I say all three of them, and I'm going to explain this to you as I'm going, is because these are all free accounts. I don't pay for any one of them. Every one of them is free. I haven't paid for one yet. And the reason I have three is because with the free account, they all have different strengths. If I need one for one thing or if one's not cooperating on a certain day, then I will just move it right over. So I'm never held up. I always have an outlet that I can use one of the three. And sometimes they put kind of a roadblock to try and get you to upgrade. And whenever they do that, I just go next. And I'll just move from Perplexity over to Claude, over to ChatGPT. And one of the three will inevitably get me what I need for that day. That's just my advice. I'm trying to get to the fastest route to short-term cash flow in the least amount of time with the least risk. The other thing is that I realized too is that when you have a much lower overhead, and you don't have a huge staff and risk and all of that, then you don't have to worry about giving refunds, because in the old days with my agency, I had to pay everybody and I had a lot of output and it really cost a lot. If somebody wanted a refund, I really had to talk to them about it. But now I've got my cost down so low that if somebody decides they want a refund for whatever, I don't care. No argument. You know what I mean? I'd be happy to, if this isn't a good fit for somebody, no problem, because I know what else is out there. The other tag, and I believe this 100%, that I have for the AI Super Campus is it's the place where you cannot fail unless you fail to learn or quit. And I don't quit. As long as you continue to learn and improve, you're working your way to that goal and knowing that you can't fail unless you fail to learn or quit. Because when you are working so cost effectively and you're learning and you can reapply what you learned, you're going to get there unless your offer is just not legitimate or fair or a better offer out there someplace for somebody and they take that instead. But if you have a good offer, you're going to be able to be successful with this program. Let me show you what I did. Is the first thing I did, I'm going to go to my patch ad and I'm going to share it with you. I'm going to screen share. I went into my three amigos, and the one that I used today was Claude. Claude is the one that really gave me this patch ad. So what I did is this is, and folks, if you're watching this, if you go to patch.com/subscribe, it will ask you for your zip code and you can get a free patch news media, hyper local patch news media, just like this in your community. And this is going to be vital, a vital piece of the puzzle for our watch parties. And that's part of the process. And that's what we're going to be building on Fridays. So this would be pretty interesting. But that's one part of the puzzle is to go to patch.com for free publicity and free advertising. So this is the patch ad that I asked Perplexity or Claude rather to come up with, and it is for Nourish Network or Philanthropy Networking. And what are they? What is philanthropy networking and what are the benefits of it? This is really important for business networking AI and cross group networking to grow all groups and help the community. And this is the most powerful win-win-win-win situation where everybody wins in a very, very big way. But really, the biggest winner of all is not only the people that are going to receive more food from the food banks, not only the food centers who are getting more volunteer help, not only the community, but really the biggest winners are going to be the individual business owners that are going to be able to grow their businesses in multiple ways now. And people, it's all based on the fact that if you are struggling in networking, it is because of the actual true fact that people really don't care about you. So if you're in networking and you're in there pitching, they're like, who cares about this guy? It's just another pitch. They don't you have to face the facts, if you face your challenges, you cut them in half. You turn your back on them and they double. So
Right.
if you're not facing the fact that nobody cares about you until they see how much you care and believe how much you actually care as a human being. So this is just a fact of human nature, a fact of life, okay? And this is one of the things that I consult on. So we've got this problem solved for a win-win-win situation. And we're launching an organizing event about it on January 10th, right here on my Zoom meeting, which is AI publicity. So what the community event is going to be about is AI powered philanthropy networking launch, and that'll be January 10th at 8 a.m. Pacific time, right here, same place that Ron and I are meeting right here, and it's on my private Zoom meeting, which is right here. So if you're watching this on YouTube, just click below on the more option and you'll have links to it. So now I'm going to take a look at the patch ad and what you can place in this patch ad for free, because this is going to be part of the launch or part of the watch party. So we're going to be looking at in the Friday events and the watch parties, we're going to be looking at the ads that people have placed on Patch so that they get a chance to do a multimedia presentation about what they are promoting on Patch. And hopefully they are promoting a local food sharing center event for philanthropy networking. Then we want to tie them all together visually for super sharing. We want to super serve and super share. So we're going to tie them all together for super sharing on ETV Global Media. Now, this is a really good, and again, we're still in the patch ad, okay? This is a really good graphic. What happened was, and I'll just tell the story because stories are memorable. I got a call from a friend of mine. I'm in a group called the Men's Book Club, and it's just about 15 guys who are friends and have been longtime friends. So he invited me, Mike, come to the food bank of the East Bay in Northern California of Contra Costa County and Solano County, and we're just going to help the food bank, around the holidays. And so what we did, it wasn't like we were schlepping boxes with, heavy trucks and boxes and stuff. A bunch of guys were sitting around boxes of apples and oranges and stuffing them into bags of like 8 to 10. It was simple. And I realized, wow, that it was fun. And then we all went out to dinner together. So there we are in the left picture on the bottom around a food box. We're talking. It's not heavy work or anything. They welcomed us. They had the facility. They had the parking. And then we all were invited to go out to dinner together, as you see there on the right. So this is all about helping people use AI to do philanthropy networking, giving back to the community. Now, right here on this patch ad, I now place the patch ad, and then step two, after or step three, number one, I used free accounts on AI. Number two, I had them create a patch ad, which I placed for free, and you're looking at it right now. Then number three, I used a patch ad to actually screen capture, in this case with a $15 a month app. Or no, I think it's not $15 a month for Snagit. It's a one-time purchase, and I think it's about 25 bucks. I think they just had a special one-time purchase with from TechSmith, and I just got an update, so that was kind of new. But I captured this little video that I because you can capture on Snagit with a great support company called TechSmith, and then you can share it from Snagit directly to YouTube. So here's the link to the YouTube ad, which is step three that I placed in the patch ad. So let me click on this. I want to introduce you to Business Networking AI Food for Thought, January 3rd, 2025, from ETV Global Media to nourish your mind, your heart, your body, your soul, 24/7, 365. I want to introduce you to Nourish and network events to show how much you care, because people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. That's the bottom line. So we're focusing on philanthropy and networking. As you can see right here, this is a quick graphic on the upper left of an event at the Food Bank of Northern California, Contra Costa County, Solano counties. And we are sorting food there in this second picture down there, and networking from a group called the Men's Book Club. We're just a group of friends, not officially networkers. And then going out to dinner on the bottom right there. This is the power of philanthropy networking. And we're putting on an event to organize all of this on January the 10th. And this is an ad I posted about it to announce it. We're creating an ETV global media network of media and marketing in the era of AI to grow all the groups and really help grow community by community food sharing centers power. And there's so many different benefits to working in philanthropy networking, local food sharing centers, business networking groups, community organizations. This is the story, but you can click right below this short video to learn more. Just click on the more option right below it, and you'll learn more about free publicity, free advertising, all the different things that we're doing to help grow your networking business and create interactive courses. And we've got a big mission, a big agenda to accomplish in the era of AI. I've been doing this for about 40 years, and I've got the experience and the connections to world-class group of teachers, coaches, leaders to really help lead this and make this happen. So I hope you'll join us. Thanks for joining me here, but let's continue the conversation. All you need to do, the events are free. All you need to do is take the action of clicking on the Learn More button right below this YouTube video, and let's continue the conversation. I look forward to talking to you soon. Thank you. I'm Mike Hayes. Okay. Now, this is where it gets a little cool, mind-boggling. You have to get your head around this a little bit. I went to the patch ad, and I showed that to you, and then we clicked on a YouTube video, which is right here. I'm on YouTube, and I told you to go down below to the More button to get more links. Now we're still on YouTube, and here's the More button. And so now I put the patch ad that I created right in the YouTube. So not only that, but now this will take you right back to the patch ad where we started. So it really creates a cycle of communication, and it's all about interactive communication. But wait, there's more. So now you can see how it lays out all of the benefits in the patch ad from, and this could be from YouTube. If they find it on YouTube, they go to the patch ad. If they find it on patch, they go to the YouTube video. So it's really a very cool flow. It's a very cool funnel. And then what I did is I took the patch ad that you're looking at, and I know this is, this is a lot. I get that, and don't worry about it, because I advise people to learn by osmosis. Just continue to let it sink in, and I'll be going through it over and over and over. But then I took the patch ad, and one of the beauties of the patch ad is once you place it, you have the ability to edit, cut stuff, add stuff. That's really very, very big to be able to do that very simply, and on a national news media outlet to be able to add stuff. So I took the patch ad, I put it into my Gamma AI, and I created this course, which I also now have in the patch ad. So that's why I'm creating a system that is step one, step two, step three, step four, step five, 5 steps. And actually, I did this all today on January 3rd. I did it in one day, all of this that you are looking at. And this can be done every day, or you could do all of this in 1 week. You can break it up, take your time with it. But what I really wanted to do was to share two things. I wanted to share the power of philanthropy networking, and then I wanted to take it a step further. So I ask AI to not only share the power of philanthropy networking for your branding, so that what are the benefits of you doing philanthropy networking for your business if you're someone like Ron Hori. But then I took it a step further and I said, okay, I want you to share the benefits of doing philanthropy networking, which consists of super serving and super sharing. So I want you to outline for me, AI, the benefits of that you get from philanthropy networking just by sharing it alone. That simple step. And so I created this gamma to teach people the super sharing effect, how sharing this message creates positive impact on your business. Super sharing, how sharing gives a positive impact. By sharing this invitation, you are already making a difference in your business just by sharing it. And in an ongoing basis, so you don't even have to wait for a Nourish and Network philanthropy event. You begin to get rewards immediately. The multiplier effect, and Ron, you and I have talked about that many times, the multiplier effect of super sharing. And these are the benefits. And this is all right back in the patch ad, the link to this gamma, which I also created today by taking the patch ad and pasting it into gamma. And gamma created this story. Immediate benefits to you as a sharer, your personal brand enhancement, become a trusted source, expand your network, become a community connector, promote collaboration, strengthen bonds, spread positivity and inspiration for you, your brand, multiply messages, reach more people. And then you can do that through business directory response networking. And then you can email the people that you find in business directories with Mail Softly, and you grow your list on Mail Softly with business networking direct response marketing on business networking directories. So we want to recruit people to join a movement of positive change in your community. And we want to make this change to nourish and network humanity, community by community, one community at a time, starting in your community. So my community is La Miranda, California. Whatever your community is, this is what we want to help you to learn. And I'm going to go through those. I'm going to stop sharing, and I want to play a little video for you that, again, I created this today as well. So I've done all of this. It's Ron and I met today at 8 a.m. Pacific time. And by 8 a.m. Pacific time on Friday, January 8th, I already had all of this created and prepared to share with Ron. So now let me share this video that I also produced. I think it'll still be optimized. So this is about how to use business networking directory. Can you see this video, Ron?
Yes.
Okay. Hello again, all of my friends in commerce. I want to share something really, really important with you. If you want to influence softly with philanthropy networking, this is one of the keys. It is Mail Softly, and it works in tandem with one of my other concepts, and that is business directory networking to build your own mailing list with Mail Softly, which has got AI built inside. So I just wanted to kind of point this out to you, share a little bit more about the website and what is available on here, resources, pricing, all the different things that you want to learn about. And this is very, very exciting. So as you can see, it's got a component that is absolutely free, no credit card required. I mean, this is absolutely awesome. So I'm going to be sharing more about this, but I wanted to create this for today to share it with my friend Ron Hori in our networking event today. All right, so I'll stop sharing. The only other one component is to go to, and I could do it, but I don't think I need to. If you search local business networking directory in your community, you're going to find one. It might be from the city, like mine is called Experience Lafayette. It might be your local Chamber of Commerce. In my community of Lafayette, California, our Chamber of Commerce business directory has 700 listings. That's 700 leads for Nourish and Network, philanthropy networking to build your brand, grow your business, and build your mail softly list. Well, the two really go together in tandem beautifully. So you can email those folks, you can text them, and you can begin to grow, invite them to grow their business and build their brand. And then you are also building your mail softly list. So if you don't have a list at all, zero, you have no leads, you go to free business networking directories. You begin to email them, call them, text them, whatever you want to do, and ask them if you can help them grow their business for free with philanthropy networking. And then you start to grow your mail softly list. So I think that's a little overview. I want to keep it. Ron's really shaking his head. Keep it simple. What are you kidding? Okay, but don't forget, guys, I'm going to be creating a interactive AI Super Campus Interactive Academy program that is based on creating the perfect week. Now, when I say the perfect week, it is now officially 9 a.m. Pacific time. And I did all of this today, all of it that you have seen. And it's only 9 o'clock in the morning. Okay. So I didn't spend my whole day and it's 9 o'clock at night. Ron and I meet, and we're going to be meeting on 8 a.m. Friday to start to organize this and make this a national initiative, but networking locally to grow locally and globally, whoever you are and whatever you want to do. I think that's the overview, Ron. I know it's a lot to take in. You're probably your mind is a little boggled, but I have to tell you, before I introduce Ron real quick and let him speak, Ron is a longtime friend of mine, okay? And Ron works with FinFit Life, and he has really been a co-host and a co-creator and really helped me because he's got an amazing background in business and now in the insurance agency industry. And if somebody's looking for a new path, career path, Ron is somebody that you should absolutely talk to. He's a longtime friend of mine, and testimonials are very, very, very important, especially today in the age of AI. And I always say you can't know how much somebody cares until you see how much they care. And I can tell you as a testimonial for Ron, he is a longtime friend who really, really cares. And he's somebody that you should really get connected with. So that being said, Ron, as always, you have helped guide me through my development and creation of this. So what's your update or your take on today's presentation?
Thank you, Mike. As always, my mind is overflowing. It's like eating an elephant, but you don't know where to start eating. Where do you take that first bite? So I'll probably review the notes. But it seems like, you're, as always, well, one thing that caught my attention is, how do you create the perfect week
Yeah.
and optimize your time? Because I'm always looking at productivity and efficiency and things like that. So putting all, so as I start the learning process, finding out, how the pieces all fit together. And also, you're going to send me your link for Mail Softly also.
Right.
But that idea, so, I guess the at a high level, you talk about Nourish and network and how to build your business through philanthropy networking or whatever, term that you use. So basically it's by giving back, you receive more than you actually give in terms of helping communities. Food banks, they're struggling to receive more donations. There's a huge need. The need is greater than the supply. And so really getting the community engaged, number one, to help the local people in a person to person way. I think that's a real key. It's not just placing ads, and whatever, doing your marketing, whatever fashion that is, but creating this human to human connection, which is really lacking these days. So at the high level, it's about giving back and paying it forward, you might say. And also, the efficiencies, because like you say, you see ads all over the internet, pop-ups that are so annoying. In fact, if an ad pops up, I'll look at that company and put them on a blacklist almost, a mental
Yeah.
blacklist. But I think the giving back aspect, the efficiencies, and also amazingly, creating all of these pieces in one day, I think there's a lot to absorb. So I definitely mark January 10 at 8 a.m. to come back and really review what you've done again and have it sink in step by step. And I think, like what you said, is it's a learn by doing. The only way you can fail is not learn and not take action. So it's, as always, it's a brilliant concept. Thank you.
Well, the key is sustainability because what can happen if you are really successful? I see this all the time with coaches. They get very successful sometimes, and they get so busy handling their coaching clients that then they can't get new clients, and suddenly they're roller coastering. They're up, they're down, they're up, they're down. And so I wanted to create a sustainable week that you can do at your own pace and you can learn at your own pace just by attending the mastermind sessions and doing some homework. But when you know and have a guarantee in that, because we have a free AI Super Campus, we have the interactive AI Super Campus Academy that is part of me and has a hands-on interactivity with me, then and it has the guarantee that you cannot fail unless you fail to learn or quit. Well, with that knowledge that you're going to become successful if you stick with it over time and keep learning and applying, and that it is sustainable, that you it leaves you by working with the three amigos, the of AI, and the three your free three best friends in commerce are the AI bots, and if you understand how to use them and prompting. So I'm going to be creating an academy level course. And the plan is to create 5 academy level courses. I want to post them on the course platform called The Great Discovery, which has a affiliate program component to it, but I also want to make it available for everybody. I want you to be able to get in where you fit in. So I don't want to keep anybody out. I have the free AI Super Campus on YouTube for free self-paced learning because I paste so many different coachings on YouTube on the free AI Super Campus that I can really help anybody to get in wherever they are and wherever they need to be, wherever they want to go, to help the community and grow your own personal community, your own business, and doing good at the same time. I'm so gratified to have had the spiritual guidance to come up with this program through trial and error of my own and meditation and using 40 years of experience because I don't want anybody to have to go through what I went through. I've made the mistakes. Goodness knows I've made more mistakes than anybody has a right to and still be in business. But I keep my overhead low so that I can afford to make mistakes and learn and do the research and not have it cost me like one of my clients before I met him spent hundreds of thousands of dollars and did not have one sale. Well, you can't continue. That's not sustainable. You can't continue to do that. After I started to work with him, he became super successful because we concentrated on his story and fine tuning it until it was perfect and took him to phenomenal success. That's why sustainability and persistence is such an important part of it. And it's something that anybody can do. It's not, you don't jump up to the top of the ladder or to the top of the escalator. You take the escalator up or you ride the elevator up one floor, one story at a time. And I liken it to a high rise building with a penthouse at the top. You can start in the bottom floor and learn and go up to the next floor, the next story, and learn more there, and then go to the next story and learn more there and keep going up step by step until you're ready to move up and elevate yourself to the next floor. And then when you're ready, you move up. And at the top, is the AI Genius Club. So we can take this globally, locally, as far as we want, as wide as we want. But what I really want to do, Ron, is help people to not only learn how to help the local food banks, but I want to connect them all together with ETV global media channels so that they have their own channel. And what I visualize is one day having a live YouTube event. And let's say I'm at a food center in Northern California. Let's say you're at one in Campbell and somebody else is at another one in a different event. And we're going from one event, to the next on video and sharing it on YouTube and, to really build up momentum to super serve and super share. We want to super share. That's the key to success for everybody.
That's an awesome vision.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's a vision right now, but it does take visionaries to be able to see it. You don't have to see how to accomplish the whole vision. It's just, and that can be done with what I've been creating, as you saw with the little videos I created. I call it podcast listening. So, you can just take it out for a walk. I can connect them together. You can go to the YouTube channel and just kind of binge listen out on a walk to short videos and you're exercising and you're staying healthy and you're learning at the same time. And you're out in front of the sun and God and everybody, and you're growing like osmosis, just like plants in a very natural, organic way.
I love that analogy.
It's a beautiful vision and it's all doable. I've been at this for 40 years. I didn't build it with anything that I can't personally do and that I can't personally teach. I can. And it I wanted to use free accounts that are user friendly so that virtually anybody can do it.
Well, that's also very generous of you, Mike, too, because people, so-called AI experts, are charging thousands of dollars, to present courses, and it's a no-brainer. Well, there are some people that have no brains. Let's say
They
that.
have no common sense.
Yeah, right. Common sense is not common, like
That's
common
right.
courtesy, unfortunately. But just, your vision of creating this abundance mentality, right? And so, but and also too, going through the mistakes, it's like if you're going to fail forward fast.
This is a very practical thing to do. And it's a good thing. And as good as it is, it's still practical. And the reason it is this, and I'll just tell you straight up. Okay, I have monumental experience at a world class level of success. That's a fact. But with all of that and all of the success stories and the testimonials I have, I still found it in this age that people have a very hard time making a distinction between somebody that calls themselves a coach. Everybody can call themselves a coach today. How do you differentiate? So I've also run into the challenge of helping people to differentiate between the guy with 40 years of experience and the wisdom and all the things I've learned and understanding if they don't care about me, they don't. If they don't know how much I care, I've learned, I know how much I care. And I've always had a heart of philanthropy, but they're not clairvoyant. They don't know that unless I show them. Okay. So, with all of my experience and all of my success, I still have to show them where my heart is. That's practical. That's just real. I'm just telling you, I don't care who you are. If you're smart, you're going to realize you have to show where your heart is. You can't just go into a pitch fest and throw fastballs at people and think they're going to love you for they're dodging your fastballs as fast as they can. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't know who you are.
Absolutely.
And so it's not a winning situation. You have to go about it. And my mantra, even to myself, is why rush to failure when you can take your time to success?
Oh, I love that.
You know what I mean? Just enjoy the ride. Enjoy every day. And when you've got it so that it's laid out and step by step, and you can do it day by day, and take the things that I put together and that I am putting together, and just do them at your own pace. You're going to enjoy the journey, and the joy is in the doing. So you want to enjoy your life, and but that's it, Ron, for me for today. So unless you have any summaries and words of wisdom, which I always benefit from as you being my guide to keeping me on track. Any final thoughts?
In today's world, we have uh, thousands or tens of thousands of Facebook friends, right?
Right.
Connections. I have friends I've never met. Same thing on LinkedIn, connections. And so going deeper, it's that know you, like you, trust you sequence. Like people, finding out, okay, well, is Ron Hori really genuine about wanting to help people? Is my case genuine? And it doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen on two or three Zoom meetings. Face to face is better, of course. But the idea, things are happening so rapidly and so quickly and so simultaneously that to build this social currency, it takes time.
Right.
You can't rush it. And you see all these marketing spammers all the time. It gets totally annoying. So I think by having this heart-centered, you might say, philosophy, or it's a philosophy, but it's also a strategy. But the philosophy is key in having that genuine heart-centered approach, and then creating genuine relationships, not just connections. I think is the real key. And like you say, people need to have patience. At the same time, like you said, if you can create this strategy in one day and implement it, and also sharing it at no cost, and sharing what you've learned from all these multitudes of different AI bots and apps and so on. So really, I think it shows your generosity. But I think the key is, relationships is the new social. Well, it's always been there. Connections. Who knows who do you know, like, and trust? Who would you call if you needed help in any way? So my hat's off to you, Mike, in terms of not only diving into new ways to expand your authority and experience, and your genuine caring. So for people who are watching, and over time, as you get to know Mike, you'll find out that he's the real deal. He does care. He does care about helping people who need food and helping food banks to expand their reach. So thank you, Mike, again for your awesome sharing of your knowledge. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Ron. Let's take the worst case scenario. Let's say I totally didn't care, and that was putting on these events in a very selfish way. Everybody still wins, you know, and you really can't go wrong. You also mentioned BNI. And of course, I always put on cross group networking events to grow all groups. So I think particularly BNI members would be amazing beneficiaries of philanthropy networking and really taking this approach so that really everybody wins. And that's really a key. So, anyway, and so I always look forward to our Friday sessions together, Ron. I'm going to do a couple things. Final thoughts, guys, is I will, of course, we're on Zoom, we are on Zoom, and I could record on Snagit. I mentioned that, or a free Loom event. I could record on Loom, but the main thing for me is to get the transcript. So I will take the meeting that I just had with Ron where I summarized everything, and now I'm going to get the transcript of this out of Zoom. I'm going to post, so look at the wins here. I'm going to post this video on YouTube. So I get another YouTube video in my AI Super Campus. I get the transcript that I will put into the Three Amigos bots to get the output for another patch ad on another day. And I will use the transcript from that to put into Gamma AI, and I will email them out in Business Directory, and I will email them softly. So it all just comes right back into itself, and it all grows itself, and it's all constant outreach and all doing good all the time.
Well, I'm looking forward to next Friday to go a little bit deeper.
Yeah, we will. Ron, as always, my friend, thanks for joining me. Have a great weekend. I will share this video with you when I get it, and we'll keep the conversation going. I heard back from Stephanie. She's very excited about kind of getting back together. We all had the New Year's, we all kind of get that over with, but now we're ready to hit the ground running in 2025.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, Ron, thanks again.
Okay, thank you. Have a great weekend.
You too. Bye bye.